Hey there, welcome to Yoga with Rachel, and welcome to your restorative yoga practice for your neck, shoulders, and upper back. So this restorative yoga class includes poses and breath work that can help melt away upper body tension and discomfort. It can be very useful for improving overall mobility throughout the spine, and it can help improve the flow of breath. This practice is also useful for when you have a migraine or a headache, as it can provide that much needed relief. So this practice has been taken from a Udemy program, Restorative Yoga for Relaxation and Stress Management. If you enjoy this practice, feel free to check out the program. I have it linked down below in the description as well as in the comments. So for today's class, you will need some props. If you have one, a bolster is really handy. If a bolster is not available, you can use a firm pillow, ideally the length of your upper body, or you can take 2 stacked folded blankets, stacking them on top of one another to create your own bolster, 2 yoga blocks or 2 thick books or an object that is similar. A nice to have item is an eye pillow or a face cloth. And finally, a chair or another piece of furniture is nice to have for one of the poses. With that said, work with what you have. I invite you to pause the video to gather your items, and without further ado, let's get ready to relax and restore. Hello, and welcome to your restorative yoga practice for neck, shoulder, and upper back tension relief. Please bring the following items to your space: a bolster, 2 blankets or 2 pillows, 2 yoga blocks or 2 thick hardcover books, a chair, and an eye pillow. I invite you to pause the video to collect these items. We begin today's class in a cross-legged seat. Kindly sit on your bolster, a pillow, or a folded blanket, moving your sit bones near the edge of your item, so that way your legs can ground down. There is an option to place 2 yoga blocks or 2 thick books under your outer thighs in order to lift the earth up to meet you. You can play around with the height and angles of these items until you find a place of comfort and ease. Explore finding length through the staircase of your spine, perhaps visualizing a string attached to the top of your head, encouraging this gorgeous lengthening of your back body. Gently place your palms on your thighs. Breathe in, and on your breath out, either look down and past your nose or close your eyes. Very slowly, release your chin closer towards your chest. Imagine that your nose has transformed into a pencil. As we begin to draw some slow semicircles with the nose, moving towards the left side first, and then back through center, and then take it to the right side, back through center, to the left, and then through center, before taking it to the right. I invite you to continue drawing these slow semicircles to help stretch the back and the sides of your neck. A kind reminder to be mindful of your breath throughout the movement. Wonderful. Come back to center and then lift your chin so that way your chin is parallel to the ground. Breathe in. Breathe out. Place your left hand on your heart space, just below your collarbones. And then place your right hand on top of your left. Gently press your hands in towards your body and then down, like you are gently pulling your skin towards your belly button. Hold on to this gentle compression as you slowly lift your chin towards the sky. Maintain length through the back of your neck. And then move your chin over towards the left. And then over towards the right. So this is a really great way to stretch out the front and the sides of your neck. Wonderful. Move your chin back to center and then lower your chin so that way it is parallel to the ground once again. Let's try this one more time. Gently press your hands in and then down as you slowly lift your chin up. And then you can explore different angles here as you take your chin over towards the left. And then over to the right, breathing into the stretch. Wonderful. Bring your head back to center, lower your chin, and then release your hands to your thighs. Take a breath in here, and then breathe out. Send your arms from left to right. Draw your hands back in space to create a lovely opening throughout your chest. Breathe in. Breathe out to give yourself a hug. Your right arm rests above your left arm. Your fingertips connect with your shoulders or your shoulder blades. Breathe in to find a lift in your chest and your elbows. And then breathe out to round through your spine, bowing your head. I encourage you to send your breath to your upper back, especially to that area that exists between your shoulder blades and your spine. Many of us carry a great deal of tension here. Soften through the skin of your face, especially the muscles that support your jaw. Breathe in. Breathe out to grow tall through your spine and unravel, sending your arms from left to right once again. Breathe in. Breathe out to give yourself another loving hug, this time with your left arm resting on top of your right arm. Breathe in to grow a little taller through your spine. Breathe out to round through your back body, bowing your head towards your heart. Once again, I invite you to breathe into your upper back body. Can you feel the movement taking place there? Take a breath in through your nose. And then on your breath out, find length through your spine. Unravel and release your palms to your thighs. Breathe in. breathe out. Take a moment to reflect upon how these gentle stretches felt in your body. Neck, shoulder, and upper back tension can lead to tension headaches and migraines. One of the best breath techniques for soothing headaches and migraines is called alternate nostril breathing. I will guide you through this technique, and then I'll invite you to do a few rounds on your own. I invite you to use your dominant hand, so I am using my right hand. Curl your index finger, middle finger, and ring finger in towards your palm, leaving your thumb and pinky extended. Place your thumb on your right nostril. If you are using your left hand, place your left thumb on your left nostril. Close that nostril with your thumb. Take a slow breath in through the other nostril. Hold your breath at the top of your inhalation, and then switch, plugging your left nostril with your pinky finger, or your right nostril if you're using your left hand. And then breathe out through the other open nostril. Keep your pinky finger exactly where it is. Breathe in through the open nostril. Hold your breath at the top and then switch, plugging your right nostril with your thumb or your left nostril if you are left-handed. Breathe out through the open nostril. Keep your thumb exactly where it is as you breathe in through the other nostril. Retain the breath at the top and switch. Pinky finger covers the other nostril and then breathe out. Breathe in, holding the breath for a moment. Switch, and then breathe out. Breathe in, holding the breath at the top. Switch, breathe out, empty out all the air. I now invite you to try a few more rounds on your own. Feel free to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Soften through your jaw as you relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. On your next breath out, release your hand to your thigh. Breathe in through both nostrils, and then breathe out through both. I invite you to open your eyes. Take a look around your room, taking in your surroundings. Notice the temperature of your space and how the air feels against your face. Can you hear any sounds off in the distance, or perhaps close by? I invite you to make your way off of your bolster and then place your items off to the side for the moment. Please sit near the middle of your mat, facing towards one of the short edges of your mat. Place your hands and the soles of your feet on the ground, and then bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall apart. Walk your feet further away from your body, creating a long, narrow diamond shape in the middle. Now, create a small gap between your feet so that way you can place the narrow end of your bolster between the soles of your feet. Your feet will hold on to that bolster, holding it in place. With your hands on your prop, ease the other end of your bolster towards you, and then rest your forehead on it. Allow your arms to relax wherever they feel most comfortable. If you would like more support for your legs and hips, feel free to place folded or rolled blankets under your legs, or you can use blocks or books instead. If a bolster is not available to you, then you can use a chair instead. Feel free to try the posture that I am demonstrating in the video. Whenever you feel ready, I invite you to close your eyes. I invite you to bring your awareness to the center of your forehead. Observe how the gentle pressure from your bolster eases tension throughout your face, especially tension in your jaw and temples. Tension in the upper back can trickle up to your neck and then to your head. So with this in mind, I invite you to breathe into your upper back, neck, and head. You may find it useful to breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth, as this can release more tension in the jaw. I invite you to take 3 more slow breath cycles here. When you feel ready, open your eyes. Place your hands on your bolster, taking hold of this item as you lift your head away from your bolster. Gather your props and then place them to the side of your mat. Take a breath in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. Place your bolster lengthwise at the top of your mat. You could use stacked blankets or a couple of firm pillows instead. Take a moment to ensure that your prop is long enough to support your entire upper body. Place a folded blanket at the top end of your bolster, creating a pillow for your head and neck. Sit near the center of your mat, with the base of your spine resting against the narrow end of your bolster. With your palms on the earth, place the soles of your feet on the ground. Take a breath in here, and then on your breath out, slowly release your back, neck, and head onto your props. Make any adjustments to your props, ensuring that you are fully supported and comfortable in supported fish pose. Slowly extend your right leg out long, followed by your left leg. Allow your feet to grow heavy and soften. Release your arms to the ground. Palms are open and your fingers are soft. Breathe in, and then on your breath out, close your eyes. I invite you to direct your breath to your chest and shoulders, taking note of the sweet expansion on your inhalation and the softening and release on your exhalation. Sometimes it can feel like we are carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, meaning that we are taking on too much. This can impact our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. Heart openers, like this one, can help us shed this added weight, helping us feel lighter, more at ease, and supported. So with this in mind, I invite you to visualize any stored physical, mental, or emotional tension leaving your heart space and your shoulders. The tension trickles down your arms, into the backs of your hands, and then into the ground, leaving your body. I invite you to take another 3 cycles of breath here. All right, open your eyes. Begin to bend at your knees, planting the soles of your feet on your mat. Carefully roll over to one side and use your hands to help you press up to a seat on your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Before we move into our next restorative pose, I invite you to do a few rounds of cat-cow. So make your way to all fours, placing your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hip points. On your breath in, slowly reach your tailbone towards the sky, dropping your belly closer towards the earth as you look forward. On your breath out, start by tucking your tailbone under, round through your spine, and then bow your head. Breathe in, coming back the way that you came, creating beautiful space throughout your front body. Breathe out to slowly round through your spine. Your belly button moves towards your spine as you release the crown of your head closer towards the ground. I invite you to explore a few more rounds of cat and cow pose on your own. Feel free to close your eyes as you move. Imagine that you are moving through water, so there's a little resistance there, which can help you slow down the movement. All right, find a neutral spine. Swing your legs to one side and then come to a cross-legged seat facing towards your bolster. Kindly place a blanket that is sitting on your bolster off to the side. Turn your bolster horizontally on your mat. Your bolster will be several inches away from the top edge of your mat. Now, place your yoga block horizontally at the top middle edge of your mat. For this next pose, I like placing my block on the second height. However, some individuals prefer to place it on its lowest height. If you are using a book, I recommend wrapping that book in a blanket. Please make sure that there is a gap between your block and your bolster. Make your way to all fours and then position your body over your bolster so that way when you go to lie down, your upper abdominal wall and your lower to mid ribs rest on your bolster. Using the strength of your arms, ease yourself down as you extend your legs out long. In the space between your bolster and your block, slide your left arm through and towards the right side of your mat, and then slide your right arm past your left arm and over towards the left. Allow your forehead to rest on your block as your chin releases on or towards your arms. If you find that there's tension in the back of your neck or your head, adjust the height and/or position of your block until you find a place of comfort and ease. Allow the weight of your head to release onto your block. If it is available, create some space between your ears and your shoulders. And whenever you feel ready, close your eyes. I encourage you to breathe into the space between your shoulder blades, breathing into the back of your neck, softening through your jaw, eyes, and your eyebrows. We are here for a few more breath cycles. All right, unthread your arms and then place your palms on the ground. Press your palms into the ground, engage your core, tuck your chin in slightly as you lift your forehead away from your block. Now slide your right arm through and then towards the left side before sliding your left arm through and to the right. So this time your left arm sits in front of your right arm. And now release your forehead back to the block. Turn your attention inward and focus on your breath. Sending your breath to the areas that feel tense. Soften and release here for a few more cycles of breath. All right, to come out of the pose, unthread your arms, placing your palms on the ground. Slowly roll onto one side, resting the side of your head on the block. Bend at your knees, pausing here for a moment. Now use your hands to help you press up to a seat on your mat. Wonderful. Collect your items and then place them to the side for a moment. I invite you to explore a little organic movement in your body. Go inward and choose what would feel awesome right here and right now. For our final resting posture, you'll need a blanket roll. So fold a blanket once, lengthwise, and then in half again, and then roll the longest edge of your blanket until you have a blanket roll. Please make sure that your blanket roll is long enough to support the length of your spine and the back of your head. Place this item vertically on your mat towards the top edge. Place your bolster, pillow, or another rolled blanket horizontally and near the other short edge of your mat. The backs of your knees will rest on this item. Kindly sit between your items, facing towards your bolster. Place your hands on your mat as you walk your feet over your bolster, so that way the backs of your knees can rest on this item. Draw the blanket roll closer to the base of your spine. Lower onto your forearms, and then slowly release your back body onto your blanket roll. The blanket roll runs along the length of your spine and supports your head. Slowly release your arms to your sides. The backs of your hands connect with the ground. Your palms are open and your fingers are soft. Explore a gentle tuck of your chin to create length through the back of your neck. If you have an eye pillow or a face cloth, feel free to place this item over your eyes. The weight of the eye pillow adds a little pressure to each eyeball, which can send some love to the nerves behind the eyes. This can help us tap into the rest and restore component of the nervous system. Once you are ready, I invite you to close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. I invite you to place your right palm on your right temple. Add a small amount of pressure here. Play around with sending your breath to your right temple as you relax your brow bone, your cheeks, and your jaw. Now, place your right palm on your forehead. Apply a small amount of pressure. Breathe into your third eye point, the point that exists between your eyebrows, the point of intuition. Gently release your right hand back to the earth. Now place your left palm on your left temple, applying gentle pressure as you send your breath to your left temple. Place your left palm on your forehead. The base of your palm gently presses on your third eye point as you breathe in and out. Very slowly release your left hand to the earth. Take a loving breath in through your nose and a loving breath out through your nose or your mouth. We will be resting here for a few more moments. As you rest here, I invite you to use your breath to help release any remaining tension from your mind and body. We are here for another 5 slow and cooling cycles of breath. Let's bring a little movement back to the body. Spread your fingers and then make gentle fists. Spread your toes as you rotate through your ankles. Feel free to yawn. If you are using an eye pillow or a face cloth, you can remove that item now. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Walk your feet over your bolster, resting here for a moment. Very carefully melt your knees to one side, making your way through a fetal position for a moment. And now, use your top hand to help prop you up to a seat on your mat. I encourage you to find some gentle movement here. Wonderful. On your next breath then, take up space as you slowly reach your hands towards the sky. On your breath out, bring your palms together and then lower your thumbs to your third eye point. Apply gentle pressure to this area. Breathe in. Breathe out to bow your head. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up here today. Let's take a final breath in through the nose together. And then breathe out through your mouth. Let your breath go. An invitation to close our practice by whispering, "Thank you, I am awesome," or "Namaste."